Uncompromised beats.
I would be so sad because then I'm like, fuck, I like you. Where did I fuck up?
Yeah, like how did I do wrong? Like what did I do to make you not like me?
Yeah. Send them flowers and ask them on a little note. Could you please love me back?
No, that's so desperate.
Do you like me, circle one? Yes or no?
Yeah. Do you want to be my friend?
I feel like I'm so blind sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like
if they don't like me, I'm like, I like you.
And that's it?
Yeah, I feel like the girls immediately answered with the same responses and the guys stayed quiet because we're like, I don't know.
I think we're a little bit different. It's like,
I don't care.
Yeah, because my first thought process was like, how do I even know if they don't like me?
Oh,
yeah. How do you
get to that
grapevine?
Like you heard a rumor?
You caught wind that somehow this person just doesn't like you.
Or even like the way they act in front of you, right? Like there's some people that they can't even hide the fact that they don't like you.
But for guys, I think since guys aren't really good at balancing emotions, it's a little bit easier to tell when someone doesn't like you right off the bat. You know, it's like if I don't like someone, it's hard for me. Not really,
because we've had people in our circle that we couldn't read that they didn't like a person.
That's what I'm saying. I can't read it either.
Oh, and this was from a male.
I can't. I'm not good at reading that. Number one, and then number two, for myself, I'm not good at like if I don't like someone, I just try not to hang out with them, like right off the bat.
Have you ever encountered anyone then that didn't like you?
Maybe, but I didn't know about it.
Have you?
I don't know either.
I mean, and this is also like, I've encountered that like high school and stuff, but then everyone's an idiot during high school, so it's just like people are just trying to fight or like, I heard you've been talking shit. Like there's like a lot of stupid stuff. Like as a functioning adult, I don't know if I've met someone that has told me, you know what, I don't really appreciate your friendship. The way you act is not appropriate to me.
I feel like people annoy me, but it doesn't mean that I don't like them. So
I
there's
think
a
we all
difference.
get annoyed, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's a difference between like, oh, I don't like him because he's annoying, but I do enjoy hanging out with that person, or I like their presence. It's okay, but they annoy me.
Well, I mean, what if you find out that someone, like say one of the editors or whatever, they don't like you. They're not your close friend. They're an acquaintance.
Then it's motherfucking war, bitch. It's all, motherfucker. Why don't you like me?
I think it's hard for us to say this stuff right now because we've known each other for so long that, like, yeah, we do have our moments of annoyances or whatever, but it's never like, I don't like this person.
Yeah, I think for me, I think it really depends if I respect that person or not. If that person has my respect and they don't like me, then I would try everything in my power to kind of hint at the fact that, hey, I need to be more likable so that this person can also like me. But if I don't have respect for this person, and in terms of respect, this is kind of like, do I admire this person as a human being? Then if I don't, then I could care less if they like me or not.
Then that's dope that you bring that up, because then what if you really look up to this person and you put this person on a pedestal, you idolize, or whatever, like this person is like your life guide, but they don't like you.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah,
I still think they're stupid.
How would you deal with that?
Yeah,
really?
that's true. I mean, I'd
be like, you losing out on a great friend.
Exactly. It would knock down my respect down a couple notches.
That's true.
Like me. Yeah.
It depends on how though. Like it's like, what if you met this celebrity or some artist or someone that you like always wanted to meet, you had an idea who they were, and then they're just a complete fucking diva. And you're like, man, I thought you were humble and fucking nice, and you're just a little bitch ordering around all these servants and stuff, and I'm like, fuck you, you fuckface, you ruined my fucking...
That's not really an acquaintance though.
No, I mean, but she said person you admire. Yeah. So I admire them, I meet them, hi, hello, how do you do? Who the fuck are you? And I'm like, what? Why do you say fuck you, man? Fuck, I just want a picture, man.
And this is all after the fact that knowing that you're a cool person, you're pretty level-headed, you're pretty fair, and if they bring up a valid point as to why they can't click with you, and you try to change it, and then you still act like an asshole, then that's why you're like, fuck you.
So I guess it seems like we'd all pretty much feel the same way about people not liking us now. how would you guys feel if this happened to you in high school or junior high, when like people liking you, being popular? Or
that was important.
That was super. That's all that mattered in high school.
Yeah.
So I didn't really always have like a huge group of friends, but my best friends, I had 2 of them. Well, I had like, there was 4 of us that were like the best friends crew, but I remember one of them in particular. I was super, yeah, the hyena sluts. Yeah, I was super close with her because we kind of had the similar backgrounds, and there was like this popular chick crew that were like, they would dress more like college, and they would have a little bit more money, so they would
the mean
shop.
girls of the school?
Yeah, they were the mean girls of the school. And I remember that she had a class with one of them, and they invited her to like this after school like get together with all of them. And I always thought like, oh, we're best friends, so like it's always like a package deal, you know? So I'm like, oh, cool, like I've been wanting to hang out with her. She's like, oh, they specifically said that they didn't want to invite you. And I was like,
That's fucked.
like, why? What did I do? Like, I never knew them. And I'm like, well, what did they say? Like, naturally, you want to know, like, what did you do wrong? Because it's like, maybe I said something, offended someone, or I was just a dick. And she was just like, no, nothing. They just don't want you there. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it really bothered me because there was no logical explanation as to why they didn't want me to hang out.
Because in high school, sometimes you just don't want someone because they don't fit the look of your group.
True.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that fool looks weird.
Or
But we look the same
with
though.
girls though, it could be like, she's too pretty. Like,
Yeah, I think that's
I have
what
to
it
keep my
was.
quota of how many pretty girls can be around me. So
Damn.
See, that's some next level shit. Because
Yeah.
guys don't, in high school, they don't go, that fool is too beautiful. Did you see that jawline?
I bet they do though. I'm pretty sure they do.
He's too handsome.
Yeah.
No, I never. Well, I mean,
Oh.
I never experienced that because I never had a group of friends that was so physically judgmental. Guys would laugh at their abilities. So guys bully and laugh based off abilities, or they'll be like, he can't hang because he can't play that well. He's gonna slow us down. So it's based off of skill and ability, not by looks. But there are
What
guys.
about the super nerdy guy, like the Urkel? You're not gonna hang out with the Urkel if you're like the cool basketball playing circle friend.
But then I did though.
No.
I
Were
sometimes
you the Urkel?
no, I would go play magic cards. Sometimes I'll go play magic cards, and then sometimes I would go in the bushes with the gangsters and smoke cigarettes. Sometimes I would go play basketball. I mean, I did everything, but then the only time the guys secluded other guys is when one guy was annoying, socially stupid. He fucking said stuff that he shouldn't have said, and everyone kept slapping him around or whatever. Like it's always because they didn't know how to socially act.
Were you ever ousted by your groups ever?
By older kids, yeah.
By older kids?
So like let's say I play with my cousins or my brothers or like someone that's like older, and then they would like ditch me because, you know, they want to ditch the young, boring, or like the little brother.
Yeah.
But it was never like my friends. So I don't know how that really feels like, because I was always good at making friends.
Yeah.
I think I've always been someone that just, regardless of how people think of who I am, I felt like no matter what, everyone's not gonna like you. There's always gonna be a few people
cool.
that don't accept you for how you look, how you think, how you whatever, right?
Where you came from.
Yeah. So because of that reason, I spent a lot of time focusing on connecting with people who have common interests with me. And if you spend a lot of time with people that you already like and they like you, and you're developing these different relationships, and you're going with groups that have common interests, like, oh, these guys like skateboarding, I'll just go with them and skate with them all day, or something else. And if you focus on connecting with people, then you're not over here focusing so much on why you can't connect with this person, because you're spending all your time having fun. So I just look back and I remember so much fun and so much experiences that I got to have because I would just try to get into different interests with different people.
You were smart.
Yeah.
I remember.
I think
like,
it just naturally happened though. And if
Yeah,
people didn't
that's
like me,
insane.
it hurt, but like it just disappears because I'm just having fun.
Dang, I wanted to be cool, so like from junior high to high school, like I had like a different best friend, and I'm like, yeah, she's not that cool anymore. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna ditch this chick. She's kind of geeky. I know,
That's
super
fucked
fucked
up.
up, super fucked up. Cause I mean, I just didn't have the freedom to have multiple friends, so I needed to be very selective with the people that I can kick it with.
High school's not a fair playing field. It's not, especially for girls.
It was
Yeah.
fucked up.
Girls is a different world.
Yeah, it was fucked up, and I'm like, yeah, she's just not that cool, and like, she's doing all this other shit. I mean, granted, she was really smart. She was like on the right track, but I wanted to kick it with the loser people now because I'm like, they have fun. And I told her.
In our generation,
I'm cool with her now.
In our generation, it was so easy for guys to fit in. You just gotta commit a couple of crimes. if they heard that like, oh, this guy was locked up, like he's immediately cool.
Oh my god.
Like,
that's interesting because I don't feel like I went through that in my high school. Because in my high school it was like, yeah, everyone had their own little cliques, but we all were friends with everyone. Like we all had friends in like the punker crew or like the skater crew, the cholos. So like I don't know, I feel like I didn't really experience that like need to be liked as much because everyone was so accepting in high school. But I do remember feeling that way in kindergarten. And
I never felt that in kindergarten.
Opposite.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of like a situation in school where I really felt like that, and I do clearly remember there was this girl in kindergarten that she was like the popular girl, and I remember she had, because she had like the coolest socks. Like she had like the socks that had like all the designs. So I would always want to be her friend, and she would always push me aside, or she'd make me do things during recess, and I was like her little slave because I wanted to be I wanted to be like so bad like from like by her,
Because she had the socks.
Yeah, because she had the dope socks.
All these bitches want me because my socks.
It was her socks and her pigtails. I was so jealous because she had like the nicest hair. That's
I
the one time I could really remember.
Trying to get acceptance in kindergarten too. I had this friend. He was like, no, because I think it starts young. Because you're trying to make friends, it starts young. And I remember there's this Indian kid, and he always had the Levi's denim jacket. So he always had his collar popped all the time, and he would go, and during recess he would go to the back, and he would always pull out of his front pocket dental floss, and he would always be sucking on it because it's flavored. And then he would like be different flavors like spearmint, cinnamon, and he'll like give me some, and so we're just in the back like sucking on dental floss. And I felt like I needed to be accepted, so I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go bring mine from home. So I remember going to my mom's medicine cabinet, and I'd bring the ones that we have, and we would just like share dental floss, and we were just sucking on it. And we jumped in. That's how I made one of my first friends.
That's so funny.
That fool was so... It's like two poor kids with no candy. I bet you anything his parents didn't let him eat candy just like you, and you guys were just sitting there fucking sucking on dental floss like it's like drugs.
Yeah, that's what it looks
like. It's candy.
You're under the bleachers just sucking on dental floss.
Yeah, sugar.
But that's how I like made like one of my first friends.